Cali, they did that. Look at the one. No, let me show you. Look at the one that goes all the way into the water. That's how they. Yeah, they always have the extra one. Yeah. They did it.
What are you gonna say?
That's amazing. How they did this. Because look at the isolation. That's so good. You guys, look. 1. Check this out. 2. They did it. They do it here because anyone in the world would think a person did it. Look. Make sure you point out that one that goes out. You guys watch this. Eileen, you know. Right there. Get it, Eileen?
I've been here for about 6 months, and it caught my attention because it's like right under this bridge.
6 months. There's also other weird sticks. Look at the real round. Hey, look how round, how pretty those rocks are there. They did it. Look at that, you guys. Can't understand some of this.
That long one that goes all the way.
See, they did it. This is all for a reason. I believe. This isn't my opinion, and I believe it's all. They have to be right where they are. That's what I think. Let me see. It's amazing. The one that goes into it touches the water on purpose. Hey, there's an animal on it. They do. You guys haven't been filming it all day, but all day long. This is all I've been saying. Tell me they didn't do that. Tell me that's not a face. Tell me, I dare you. I'm gonna come over to your house, and you're gonna get a bare fanny. You know what that is? It means I'm gonna pull down your pants, not non-sexually, put you over my knee, and spank your little bare tushy like a little baby, because obviously that's how you need to be treated, because you're just not intuitive enough. That's the problem here. You're not using your brain. Now, I understand here. I can see that the hesitation on some of the stuff because, man, is it good that they really, really go out of their way to be discreet. In fact, the only way I can really read this place is because I have seen the real versions of this where they don't hide it so many times. That's incredible to me. I know it's a face, and I know they put it there on purpose. It's a burnt piece of wood. That's amazing to me. There's no way it got there. It didn't come from the rocks. There was a fire up there. It was a ground fire, mostly because it's rocks here. You can see fire jumpers were even deployed. And the fire jumpers didn't do that. That one's got no cuts in it. It just burnt to a crisp. And you can see most of the place didn't even, maybe it burnt some grass or something, but it just didn't do much. In fact, it didn't hurt really mostly all the trees. You can see and it didn't even come up above, 2 or 3 feet. So I just think we need to give guys like that. I mean, most people don't even give them a second thought, right? Because you don't even know about really. It's not talked about. They're not on the news. Some scumbag is on the news. So I'm just kind of sick of our unsung heroes. I mean, to me, that's what's important in this world. Who am I to dictate what's important for you? Nobody. But in a general sense, yeah, I could suggest it. Be like, look, man, stop worrying so much about what car you have and stuff. Worry about your life, because before you know it, it's over. I say this a lot because I want to remind constantly. We all need it. Like constant reassurance and to be reminded that we're floating in space and things like that. No matter what we've been told or what is going on, we know that we're lucky to be here alive. Well, I think it's something that, except some guy that, has devil implants in his head, can agree on. It's a blessing, and I think it's just something that we all need to rethink at some point. And I think everyone does. You start hitting 50, 60, you really start to understand that, wow, why didn't I get this earlier in my life, And some kids do, and I'm jealous. I'm jealous of that they get it at 25. Some kids get it at 12. Other people, it takes till they're 70. We're all different, and that's okay. Thank God, right? Imagine we were all the same. That'd be so annoying. Oh my God, you guys would all talk as annoying as I do. That'd be funny. Over and out.
They love this.
Blatant.
Yeah, go slow.
Look how, Cali, you got to see those rocks. That's unbelievable. You guys, there's like
we
a
don't have to go to the face. We can wander around all those on the top of this and stay behind there if you want. faces that way quite a bit.
Hey, there's really weird. You gotta see this. Those black grooves behind that or something. Watch. I can only see my eyepiece. Where is it? I don't even know where I'm zooming at. Right there. Watch. Then behind it,
It's like a brick.
there's like these black grooves into the rocks.
Yeah, I see that.
The rocks are really funky looking. See how they have grooves on them themselves, like they're almost like a face on the rocks?
Yeah.
It's going blurry. This camera's on its last leg. I'm just glad I can capture something. Yep. You see that? Hey! He knocked it over. What are the chances of that? So look at this, guys. So what are the, you guys give me the names again of the goats?
Apollo and Hercules.
Yeah, this is Apollo and Hercules.
Any leash?
Yeah, there they go. We just use a leash just to make sure they get across okay. Yay! All right, give me a second. Okay, this is all just got here. It wasn't like that, especially the quartz. Cali said in that piece of quartz.
They weren't there last time. Me and Jake were here about a week ago.
Well, not hard to tell, look. That was just put there. X. All of these rocks have been moved. Every single one of them the exact way they want to be. Not just these, hundreds and hundreds of them. This whole wall has been made. See the rocks by them? They're not natural, they're all laid there. And they do it all with some kind of technology or energy or tapped in source to the earth. They're much older. You know, and if they're not older, they're accessing old knowledge. You know, just think you guys were born literally yesterday. What if you were 1,000,000 years old? What would we be able to do then? Look what you're doing with 50 years of technology. 50 years, guys. When I was born, they didn't have anything. You could talk on a CB, maybe, if you were close, unless you had a shortwave radio. Look what you can do today. What would you be able to do in 1,000,000 years? See, so unbelievably obvious to me that that was made. And here, and it's amazing. I was like, hey, this is what this would look like here. Not that. Disturbances, stacked rocks. The hell is that? Look at that. That is such a perch. You guys, you got. I hope that some of you, I think a lot of you, can start to see this the way I do. It's not. I don't see it in a pretend. It's the only way. You don't decide. You don't get to decide. That's why. You know, I tell people like trolls and stuff like, look, you don't get to decide. You have no idea what's real and what's not because no one has ever told you. You're thinking within human thoughts and you will be wrong every single time because there's hardly anything out there that out here that falls within the realm of logic. Our logic. And that's the problem. You think common sense and logic is normal, but all it is a way to block you from knowing everything. The real truth, which has nothing to do with common sense or logic. The only common sense involved in this is that they're there. If you don't know that they're there, there's something severely wrong with you at this point. You're only fighting with yourself. And if you take the offense to that, I was even more right than you thought I was. Because it just shows you how simple-minded you are. It's all there. You haven't watched enough videos, obviously. That's an interesting shot, isn't it? Especially, it looks like that rock is being held up in the back on the ground. So cool. So beautiful. Such a perch. This is where they do it. Nobody's ever been here before. You've never been here, but you know what's real and what's not, right? Perches, it's amazing to me what people think they know because of what they learned in nursery school. Just process the information. Don't fight it. Because you're not fighting with me. I'm right. 100% right. You're wrong. Isn't that amazing? And it's all documented evidence, proof. And all you have to go on is your knowledge. Think about it. What is that knowledge? Nothing. A special spot of theirs right here. So I'm just above. I was just right there, and you can see there's an opening that they made. How did that happen, guys? How did the guy that knows everything explain a pile of sticks that didn't grow there that have all been put there? We call them lumber yards, and I find them on incredible large scales. Nothing like the forest, okay? To even see a pile of sticks among the rocks is a miracle. And Cali has found teepees now in here and things like that. That's exciting because they don't need to really do that. I believe that the rocks are all the energy conduction they need. And they tend to move them around. They'll put pieces of quartz like that, things like that. They've moved new quartz down recently, which we thought was interesting. They do it in this area and in the forest area. See, that's so blatant to me. It's one of their domes right there. Right there. None of this stuff's an accident. You've been lied to. Guys, all this stuff is, I'm like, why, how in the world would these burnt logs all be together? So we're in this major spot of theirs. It's incredible.
You gotta see this up here, man.
I'm coming. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wow, there's cuts. These were all prevented. So what this is fire jumpers. These are the guys that, there is no way any human being could carry a chainsaw the way where you just came from. Fire's going on, they'll jump into safe spots like this. Places they can be on rocks, you can always escape the fire. This isn't huge forest, so the fire is moving through in pine needles and typically grass. And sometimes we'll jump branch to branch. That's why mostly all of these, as you can see, there was fire in all these trees and they all survived. So it was a ground fire. Fire jumpers come in, they do the preventative cuts. In this case, they actually cut what looks like smoldering trees to prevent, to get them out. They'll cut them, they'll spray them. I've run into the crews. I was like 9 miles in one time 3 years ago, and there was a lost fire jumping crew out there. And I finally found some guy was smashing the horn like crazy, like miles away. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I thought maybe, there was an emergency. I just started hiking and hiking back. And I finally find this truck that's honking, and it's the crew leader looking for his team. He's like, they're lost out there. I was like, I haven't seen them. Fire jumpers, really cool job. It's another group of heroes that no one discusses. People only care if you make billions of dollars, then you're a hero. Not a guy that jumps out of a plane into a fire to save animals, and he's a nobody because he doesn't make any money, right? But Donald Trump and Elon Musk and Bill Gates, they're all special, right? Why? Ask yourself. I went the opposite way. I'm like, can I meet you guys? The second I break away, it just happens to me. I don't know why. I always follow the structures, no matter what. Okay, wait till you see what I found up there. That is one special spot. Let me see if I can do it like that. They're like, you gotta film this. Come up here. Mark, film them. I'm like, I know, I'm coming, but I'm in the middle. I got something going on right here. We split, and I found this good spot. You guys, let me tell you something. I'm here to verify, okay? He didn't ask me to. But all the stuff that Cali shows you is 1,000% legit. Some of it's hard to transfer off the videos because look at the triangle. I showed it to you a million times. They made it. You know what brought me over here? A tree I can't show you now. It's right there. It's literally pushed uphill forcefully and then tied up with a shrub. And I go, Cali, I'm gonna go this way. He's like, I'll meet you. Because there's snow this way, there's not snow the other way. And some major spots, like, you know, we did find, oh man, Cali's got a great footprint. I didn't film it because he found it, and he's like, film that. I'm like, no. So that's an X. It's a triangle X. It's actually an X is what it is. It's got enough at the top. It's an X. I am in the right spot here. Melting on the X. Faux show. The right spot. And man, when does it happen? When you finally make it to where no person's ever been before. Besides a fire jumper. Which is meaningless. You know, someone's walked through here at some point. I mean, hardly ever. You know, remember, there's like millions and millions and millions of acres, hundreds of millions of acres out here. To be in a spot where someone else has been is almost impossible. We stand in a very small amount of space. Happy Burlow. Happy, oh my God, I'm out of shape. Happy, it's only from climbing up a hill when I'm not ready yet. Because Cali's a mutant, and I have to pretend I can keep up. I do. I keep up pretending. That's all it is. Believe it or not, like I would have went slower alone. Because what does it matter? Because then I can speak to you, and I'm out of breath, and I don't miss things. We are a little pressed for time. This is all theirs. They went this way. We split down below, so we should meet in here. You can see it right there. This is as good as it gets here. Right in these type of places, they're structures. You see it? You'll see the V. Just awesome. Both feel gold. Not an accident. That one's a trident. It's amazing that there's researchers out there that don't understand that. They've just been out because they think there's a Bigfoot. They've been out making things up to you, and that's when they get all upset. What do you mean? That guy thinks they're structures? Well, because he knows everything he's ever said or done is all bullshit, and everybody's gonna know. These are almost impossible to break down. It's like, what is going on? You know, you'll get some natural, but then you won't, because you guys have to understand, I sit with them for a living. I know what they did and what they didn't. Most of the time. Does that make me cool? No, it does not. It makes you trust me. I know what I'm saying. Don't fight it. Why am I talking to that one person, guys, when I should just be thanking all of you for being on my live chat with me. Helping me build that confidence, even if, you know, like, you know, because you guys know I'm self-conscious about how I sound and everything. And I think sometimes people are like, Mark, you sound great, like your mom would. And that's fine, lie to me. I just need a little of that confidence. Look at that, that's latent.
It's like a person.
Well, first of all, you got the one tree, but then look at the tree. Look at the tree peeled from the top of the rock. Could it have fell over? Yeah, but not here. If it looks like that here, they did it. I'm telling you right now.
Stop filming. You have to see these giant boulders up here.
He says, stop filming. All right, so now, you guys won't believe how far we've come up here. It's unbelievable. These guys are insane. Like after the live feed, after the whole day, we came all the way up here. Cali, that is unreal. That's like, it's almost as blatant as the petroglyphs where they'll lift it off the ground, but they put 3 underneath.
Like little rocks.
Yeah, they did that.
They have little rocks underneath that.
Yeah, they did it. Look at the leaner right next to it.
Yeah.
They did that. Yeah.
What do you know about leaners, huh?
They did that. Nothing except I founded them. I did, yeah. Every structure, every part of their system and language. I did it. It's a trident. It's leaning on a trident, which I also found. Cali, what about the designs on the rocks behind you? They look old, look, but they're something went on there 1,000 years ago. Right there. Whatever. How can me and you, Colorado forest beings in Colorado, if we can't carbon date things, but we can guess. That's one thing we might not be right about. But I see what looks like that might be old. Like to me, that looks like an alien was up here doing something. Look at the bonsai tree on the top of it. It's pretty cool. Megan, say hi. People just want to see you. They just want to say everybody. How come you don't show Megan? Whoever's here, if you don't show them, they're going to ask. It doesn't have to be a girl. It could be anybody. Because there's people that are shy. Cali. Oh, it's got the
little rocks underneath too.
wow, look at that. See, it's something to do with them. Look how they wedge the rocks in. This is all them. I'm doing this a quick video because the petroglyphs is a much more blatant scale of this, although as you go further, so we're going to do this again. I'm not even going to turn the camera on next time until I get beyond here. I'm doing this because I told people leaner on a trident tree with a weird underneath. Okay, do you see it? Do you see that? Okay, you gotta learn to see it because it's not fun for me unless you're seeing what I see, which is 99% of people now. And it's that 1% that's driving me crazy. I want it to be everyone because you know why? Not everyone, but like everyone that's a part of this, because you're missing out on life. You're missing out on what's the real truth of the earth, which will lead you to realize that you are not who you think you are. None of us are. We are in a strange sense because that's who we are, but it's all based on false information. Now, was that information false for our benefit? Holy mother of leaning unbelievableness. Sorry, I just made that up. Look at that. Cali, look at that shot.
Amazing.
The leaning one up there in the back?
That's all set up. Every single rock up there is set up. In my opinion.
The bonsai tree on top of the designs, that seat that's right behind you.
Those statues right there in front of you.
This is ripped. See how, look, same thing. See how it's ripped out of the top of the rock? But it's also brings that branch down with it. You see that? It's the same thing that happened down there. Look at the old one on the side. What is it? It's a trident. This is the most discreetly marked, blatant area. So in other words, if you didn't know the language, you wouldn't see it. So when you see the blatantness, I say, look, get to know the stuff that you might think isn't, like, I don't know about that. I do, because I stand where the real stuff is, where they don't hide it. Here, they make it so if a regular person's here, you still might be like, that's kind of weird, yeah. But that's it. That's how they do it here. Because people do, maybe once a couple of years probably make their way up here, I think. Like, maybe not this far, but where we were before.
See this thing? Popped up right here.
I don't see it.
And this rock here too is leaning down.
I can't see
got
that.
A face on it. You got your glove on and don't lose it.
Can't see that. Look on the ground. Trident. Very discreet, but that's not discreet.
No, that's all set up there.
That rock up there, it's so ridiculous. That's crazy. You know why? Because it's the same thing. They always it will pull the branch down. The summer is just...
I like it here in this winter because it lets me film
in the
here.
summer, their presence is so much greater. There's 2 months that are just amazing. I don't know. There's certain ones that only show up at a certain time of year. Look at that, you guys. Quartz just sitting there. This happens every time we're in Cali. We find this quartz. Sideways trees everywhere. There's so many and they're all going the wrong way. Right there, I didn't film them coming down. I didn't want to have a long video here. I just wanted to show you guys what we were going to do after the live video.
The rocks are insane.
Yeah, I think we go right here. It'd be great.
That statue back there, standing up right there. If you film into that, you zoom into that behind those, that's a whole thing that stood up. There's a bunch of those around here.
It's amazing. Plus, look at the view. I mean, the view is outstanding from here. Hold on.
Film these twirly nuked rocks.
Cali, look at that. Look at the rocks on top, Cali. Come over here. Oh, she getting a hickey? Come here. No hickeys. Come over here.
I'm looking.
Well, oh, it's blurring, but watch. Watch the top.
Stacked. Every
Yep.
peak is decorated.
Look at that.
Decorated peaks.
They can just sit there. And that cool. Megan has zoomed all the way into that rock over there. That's a face.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. It's like a reptile face. If you look at it from up higher.
You guys, if you don't think that is one of those people that trolls Cali, like because you think you know everything, well, look at that. Cali, that's just too good. That.
Yeah. Go ahead. You can go there real quick. Walk right there.
I'm already there.
Okay.
I'm there. Look at that, you guys. He's like, you can go there. I'm like, I'm already here. Right there. Now, do you believe that? Or was that done by icebergs? Unbelievable. You know, I tell you, it's a frustrating thing to do this because you have to talk to some of the lowest IQs in the world are the ones that are, you know, because they're not smart enough to think outside of their brainwashing. That tree over there. I haven't been filming most of the day. Okay, first of all, you got the boulder, right? Blatant. And then you got the tree. And then it's tucked into the tree. I mean, into the boulder below it, see? They did that. That's how it's done. Test me. If you have any problem with it, don't sit there at your computer thinking you know anything, because you don't, okay? Go out and prove me wrong. And the second you do try to prove me wrong, you're going to see how fast I'm right. See that? Look. They just did this. They're just put there. You can see, look where it was. A goat even pooped there. One of the, not our goats, the mountain goats. They moved all these rocks. There's spots everywhere, and they put them like that. No idea why they do that. You can see there's perches everywhere. This is all a hangout. They sit behind the weird rock. Okay, there's those guys. Megan's feet are getting cold. We got to get her. And she's like, I haven't had a chance. We just keep going out. I'm like, I know. We got to get you some. First of all, she needs ankle support, and she needs. I tell you, she every bit. I mean, I think she pretty much beat me on this mountain. To be honest with you, not hard when you don't have an inch of fat on your body. Or not. See that? Look, they just did this. They're just put there. You can see. Look where it was. A goat even pooped there. One of the, not our goats, the mountain goats. They moved all these rocks. There's spots everywhere, and they put them like that. No idea why they do that. You can see there's perches everywhere. This is all a hangout. They sit behind the weird rock. Okay, there's those guys. Megan's feet are getting cold. We got to get her. And she's like, I haven't had a chance. We just keep going out. I'm like, I know. We got to get you some. First of all, she needs ankle support, and she needs. I tell you, she every bit. I mean, I think she pretty much beat me on this mountain. To be honest with you, not hard when you don't have an inch of fat on your body. Or not. But this is your backup. This is what makes it so great here. Let's court you guys. It's got no business being there, and it's all they do. And if you question it, then you know you're gonna have to go question about 100 other videos I have, because especially when I come down into the forest in this area. Wait till I show you that. I think I got another month before I can get in there. There's a bunch of snow there still. We're just waiting, so that'll be exciting for sure. The rock's got a weird shadow on it. Is that one? It's not coming out the way it looks. That one. I think that's weird to me. Why is that so weird looking? That's so weird looking. I think it's a shadow. I don't know. Go ahead. You can say the word for me. On the descent, I'm looking back. You guys, what a unique world up there. Keep an eye on Cali this summer, guys. He's going to do good things. You got to remember, this is one of the most difficult parts of what we do, is places like this, because they don't want us to know the most here, and I want to know why. This is where it's, make no mistake about it. Check, Arizona people check me, like whoever's got rocks, you'll see they are all over the place, but they don't establish connections with you typically. And now I'm not saying any of this is not changeable, like it might happen for someone else. For me, it's in the woods. If I go up there, up and over, that's the problem with me. Nothing's easy for me. Where I gotta go, is over there. You know what I mean? It takes me half a day just to get to where I got to go film something. You know what I mean? Nothing's easy in my life, ever. I have gotten a couple easy videos, but oh my God, like hardly ever. Or I got lucky or something, or I had an easy day. I'm like, I tell you, I'm like, wow, today was so easy. Like, it worked out. I mean, I still worked like 10 hours, but it just was so easy. Like, my hike was easy. The editing went pretty well. Like, oh man, some days. That, to me, was like a much needed beginning to my, because I'm just starting to get in shape now for the next month or so. I gotta really get exercise, get in shape. You gotta do some squats, things like that. Not even with weights. You guys, even if you do it on your own, I'm not trying to tell you something you don't know, but just sit there in your kitchen, even if you feel silly, and just squat. Believe me, you'll burn your legs out right there. It's a big deal because it's something we don't really do. We don't work those muscles, and it'll help your tushy a little bit, and certainly strengthen those legs, and helps you in situations, especially towards the end of the day. Your legs will get rubbery, and that's when you can really hurt yourself or twist or break something. Been there almost a million times. Blatant. They did all that. They did that for sure. It's an X. I think I filmed that spot from a distance coming up, and then you can see they're just in here. Like, it's hard to know why or what they do. These guys are a mystery. I really want to see some more people get involved with the rocks, but will they? Probably not, because not many people can do what Cali can do. Not many people can cover the ground he covers, like he does, that I know anyway. Blatant. Why would that be like that in front of the hole? I don't believe it. I don't care what that is. That's them right there. You know what I mean? So we need more people on these rock places, because I think that's what it's going to take, in my opinion. This is all opinions, by the way, based on so much repetition that I've formed this opinion, which could be borderline factual. We need more people in this type of situation. The hard part is getting that, because, wow, look at that gorgeous tree. Wait for the shot. Okay, that's a gorgeous shot right there, okay, but look at the tree. I absolutely love that. Look at that. Oh my God. It's art, man. The earth is... No one will ever see that shot in the history of the world again, because they'll never stand right here with a camera like this. That's the amazing part about being out here. It doesn't always have to be Bigfoot. Enjoy how incredible this is. A lot of people that watch me can't do what some of you can do. Their knees hurt. Some of these guys are badasses, and girls are badasses, but they're just, they're getting into their 60s, like something, you can't help it. Your knees, your brain is ready to go. You feel like you're 15. You don't really feel old. It's your body that feels old, not your brain. I don't know where I am now. I do, but I don't know where the actual trail is to get out of here. Oh, there it is. So that's about it, guys. Over and out. Thank you so much for being on me with those videos, and all my mistakes because of the internet connection and everything. I don't think it was too many mistakes, actually. For once, it was simply my connection, like my data ran out of my phone, and Cali's internet's too slow. All right, bye. I just want to get some more people involved, like in the rocks. You can do that if you're in New Jersey. You just drive over to Pennsylvania, right over the border. Always go to the Delaware. Like, Mark, where do I go? Just go to the Delaware. You'll figure it out. It's that easy. It's an amazing situation at the Delaware. I know because I grew up around there, but didn't do this, but I can flash back in my head, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go there. All right, so they're already at the car. I gotta go. Love you guys.